While Christians are mad at Kim Kardashian and Elon Musk, they are using money principles from our Bible to get wealthier every single day, while Christians remain broke, and that is not okay. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 money principles from the Bible that unbelievers are using to get wealthy that every Christian should know and apply to their life. Let's hop in. So the very first principle that they understand that we seem to not catch is that you have to work diligently, and that comes from Proverbs 10 verse 4. We cannot be lazy. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. The thing that millionaires and billionaires like Kim Kardashian and Elon Musk understand is you have to work hard. You have to put in the work. Unfortunately, many believers feel like that one day God is just going to dump millions of dollars into their bank account and they're going to be wealthy forever. But the thing that unbelievers understand and know is that you actually have to be diligent about your work. Now, I recently watched an interview with Kevin Hart. Feel how you feel about him. He talked about how at one point in his career, he was doing 25 sets a weekend. And he was talking about how he worked so hard in the beginning so that he could make the money he needed to make to care for himself, but also so that he could get the reps in to be great at what he does. We need to understand the same principle as believers. Money is not just going to come to us. We actually have to work hard for it and be diligent in our efforts to achieve it. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm the creator of Mama and Money. I'm a certified financial educator and author of the book, Dump Debt and Build Bank. The second principle that the unbeliever is using to gain wealth from the Bible comes from Ecclesiastes 4:9. And it reads, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return on their labor. The principle at play here is the partnership principle. How many times have you seen wealthy people collaborating? How many times have you seen business mergers? How many times have you seen people helping each other who are wealthy, whereas Christians are arguing with each other and we can't seem to get on the same page? Here's the thing. They understand that a house divided will fall. So partnership is one thing that the wealthy, the ungodly are leveraging in order to build wealth. And God is telling us this whole time. He said, we are one body. We need to be working together. Every joint supplies. You have to understand the partnership principle. So whether that's collaborating with someone to do an investment, or collaborating with someone on a business, or collaborating with someone to just learn something new in order to build wealth, there is power in partnerships. And we learned that from Ecclesiastes 4:9. So a principle that the wealthy are using that most Christians aren't is the partnership principle. Now, this next principle I've probably harped on in every last video that I've done lately, but it comes from Luke 6:38. You should know this one by memory if you've been watching my videos. It says, given it will be given to you, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. This is the generosity principle. I don't care who it is, whether it's Oprah, whether it's Kim Kardashian, whether it's Bill Gates, whoever it is, they understand the generosity principle and they are big on philanthropy. Now, the Bible talks about giving our tithe to the storehouse. So for me, that means your local church community, or wherever you worship, or wherever you're getting fed the word from, that is where you tithe. But they understand that there is a law of generosity at play that God has put into the universe that they are using. They are giving. They're giving to philanthropies. Even Warren Buffett is giving his estate away, which I believe he is a Christian. But nonetheless, they understand that there is a law of generosity at play. When you give, you're going to receive. And so as they are accumulating wealth, as they are amassing all this money, they are then channeling that money into philanthropies. They are giving it to other charitable donations and other people to be able to continue acquiring wealth. So the principle that the wealthy are using is they understand the generosity principle. And we as believers have to catch on. I don't care how much it is, how little you have, use this principle to your advantage. The Bible already puts it in play. If you give, it'll be given to you. This is a law that God has put into the universe, and the ungodly are using it. We as believers need to be leveraging this principle of generosity. Generosity is what's going to help you build wealth. Now, this next principle may step on your toes, but I'm going to read it because Jesus said it. And it comes from Luke 16:8-9. And it says, the master commended the dishonest manager because he had acted shrewdly. For the people of this world are more shrewd in dealing with their own kind than are the people of the light. I tell you, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourselves, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwelling. This is the shrewdness principle. Jesus is saying here that these ungodly people are astute and wise in dealing with each other, and they're able to gain wealth as a result. Meanwhile, children of God are just like, what is going on? The children of God do not have the same wisdom and cleverness and astuteness that the people of the world have. And here's the thing, we are to be in the world and not of the world. But at the end of the day, we got to know how to navigate in the world and be shrewd just like the people of the world. In fact, Jesus says this. He says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. That's Matthew 10:6. We have to have the knowledge to navigate the world while still being godly, while still being as gentle as doves. We need to be as wise as a certain serpent. We need to be shrewd just like the ungodly. And here's the thing, they're running circles around us. They are street smart and we aren't. So you have to be shrewd and wise and knowledgeable and know how to navigate in the world without being of the world. Now, this next principle is one that I'm going to stand 10 toes down on, and it comes from Mark 9:23. And it says, if you can, Jesus said, everything is possible for one who believes. This principle that they live by is radical belief. Who in their right mind believes that they can create a spaceship and a space program? Elon Musk did, okay? You have to have radical belief. Who could believe that they will create computers that will be in everyone's home or in someone's hand? This is a radical belief that anything is possible. And we know as believers, it is impossible to please God without faith and belief. Jesus tells us to believe anything we ask for. If we believe, it shall be done. Unbelievers have this radical, wild belief in themselves and their ideas, and they believe that whatever they think in their mind, they can bring to manifestation. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your abilities. You have to believe that anything is possible. Everything is possible with God. Nothing is impossible. And it's sad to say that unbelievers are believing that more things are possible without God than the believers are believing that things are possible with God. You have to have radical belief. And this is something that they are running circles around us when it comes to their ability to believe. Now, here's the thing. These principles aren't made for the unbeliever. They are made for the believers, and they are using it and running circles around us. So you need to get into this word, and you need to understand these principles in order to activate them in your own life. If you want to build wealth, if you want to unlock abundance that God has established for us. Right now, the wealth of the wicked is being used by the wicked, but we need to transfer that wealth to the righteous. And we do so by abiding by these principles that I just shared. So here's my question. Are you willing to abide by the principles I shared in this video? If you are, comment below and let me know. I reply to every single comment, and I want to know that I'm not the only one who's ready to receive the wealth of the wicked that's been laid up for the just. Now, if you are as fired up about this as me, go ahead and share this with someone who needs to hear this. And don't forget to check out this next video where we're going to talk about how to continue building biblical wealth. With that, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.